Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and I'm back. I've been away for the past week and so because I was away in a work trip, so I was out of state. But I'm back, and I'm gonna go right back to the grind of OP videos every single day. And we're gonna continue with our showcase of OP06. We have showcased every single leader already, except for one. And you see her right here, Red Purple Uta. Unfortunately, she is probably the weakest of all the OP06 leaders. I feel like her and Holly Jones are probably at the same level, to be honest. So it was really difficult. It's really difficult to kind of create a deck list that can at least feel a little bit competitive. And this is kind of what I came up with. If you're not familiar with Uta, so this OP06 Red Purple Uta, when she attacks, you can trash one field card from your hand, give an opponent's character minus 2k power, and it also lets you add a Dawn to your field rested. So obviously the idea with Uta is that you're ramping up, right? You're ramping up with her. While at the same time, though, discarding a card from your hand, that it has to be a film card, makes it so that you kind of run out of resources very quickly. And I think that's what makes Uta really weak. Like, yeah, I'm ramping up, and I'm going to get to 9 Dawn to 10 Dawn pretty quickly, but what am I doing at that point when my hand is going to be like really low, right? My hand is going to be really low because I have to discard at least 1 or 2 cards, right? Usually what I see as I play Uta is that you're only discarding 1 or 2 cards at most, but still, it is a big cost for her ability. Now, because of this effect where we're just ramping up, when I was trying to see how to kind of build this deck, my thought was, I just want to have big bumps. I just want to have these big units on the field where I get to 9 Dawn, I get to 10 Dawn, and I can just drop them now. So as you can see on the deck list, we're playing 4 Newgates that we can drop on our 9 Dawn turn, 4 Shanks, and the reason that we're playing 4 Shanks, you're probably never going to play more than 1 Shanks in a game, maybe 2 at most, but Shanks is a film card, so if you get multiple of them, you can always just discard 1 of them with the Uta ability. And then we play 2 Luffys, because Luffy can be good because Luffy actually has rush, so he can just take the opponent by surprise and just kind of finish the game, right? So our whole game plan with this Uta deck is just to try to get to that 9-10 Dawn so that we can just drop these big bodies on the field. In the meantime, we have all these other film cards that kind of help us defend ourselves and protect us. We do play a lot of blockers, right? The Shuraiya is probably one of the best blockers in the game because Shuraiya gets the power that your opponent's leader has. So it makes it really awkward for the opponent because if they put Dawn on their leader, it just means that this gets stronger and stronger, right? So it makes it kind of like awkward on how the opponent has to deal with this blocker because you can actually just be able to get up to the amount that the leader has and then just need a 1k counter to counter out of. Douglas Bullet is probably one of the best blockers in this deck because it sits cost. So it cannot be as punished by a lot of these cost removal cards because a lot of them are like 5 costs or less, right? And also a 7k power, when you don't need to block with him, you can always just attack with him. Then we also have the 2 cost Shiki here, which is nice because you can just draw and kind of like cycle. So it's kind of like a queen, right? It is a little bit weird because it's only a 2 cost. But because it's a 2 cost, it also kind of combos out with our Tesoro, right? Which we'll talk about in a little bit. And then our last blocker is Uta. So the starter deck Uta field blocker, which lets you rest one of your opponent's attackers as well if they're 5 costs or less. So you can see we play 10 big drops, right? And then we play 8, 12, 16 blockers. Because again, you end up running out of resources because you end up kind of trashing a lot of your film cards. So you want to have all these blockers to kind of hide behind blockers while you go ahead and drop these big bodies, right? So the best thing is like you have 1 or 2 blockers on the field so that when you drop the 10 cost Shanks, it doesn't feel so bad that you have like no Dawn to do anything else, right? So that's kind of like a defensive opportunity there. We also do have a lot of 2k counters, right? So we have 2 here. We have 4 with the Buena Fiesta, we have 4 with the Shiki, and we have 4 more with the Bepo. So you're talking about 14 2k counters. Because again, I just want to be able to defend myself as I drop down these big bodies. Because I don't have enough Dawn left over to have a lot of events unless I'm going for Newgate into Radical Beam, right? So that's why we play all these 2k counters, and that's kind of what they're here for in this deck list, including like the Saga, and they're also all film cards. So sometimes you might trash them for your Uta ability, etc. Because another key card on this deck is going to be your Guild Tesoro. So this is a 4-off in this deck because you can play Guild Tesoro and you can get 2 of your film cards back to your hand. So it's kind of cool because even the cards that you trash, remember, we mentioned that usually we're only trashing 1 or 2 cards per game with the Uta ability, because that's usually enough to get us to our 9 down turn for Newgate and then to get us to our 10 later on. So Guild Tesoro is able to bring those cards back, right? So you're able to kind of play it and get a Shiki back into your hand, whether it's a blocker or a 2K counter. You can get the Uta back as well. You can get a Shuraiya back to your hand. So it's a really powerful card because it just lets you refill your hand on a deck that kind of struggles with keeping with the hand resources. So that's why it's a 4-off. So you can kind of see the idea with the deck, right? We have big bodies. We have a lot of blockers. We have a lot of 2K counters. We have Guild Tesoro that kind of lets us refill our hand. And Luffy, which kind of also lets us do the same thing. Usually, it's kind of like a searcher, right? So it lets you search for whatever you might need, whether it's a 10-drop, Shanks, or whether you might need a blocker like Shuraiya or Douglas Bullet. That's why the Luffy is here for, and the trigger can also be used that way. And then we have one more defensive tool, which is Radical Beam. Just, again, gives us the opportunity to be able to use this in combination with Newgate to be able to survive a potential opponent lethal attack. So that's the deck list, right? It's pretty straightforward, I would say. Again, the game plan is just ramp up to these big bodies. In the meantime, drop down blockers so that you defend yourself so that you don't die too quickly. I don't know that this deck is actually good, but it's the best success that I have had with Uta, as you see in some of the games over the next 3 days. So just like always, we're going to do 3 videos of Uta. Today we had the deck breakdown, and the first two games that we're going to have today, we're going to have one game against a Reiju player, and then actually we have 2 games against an Arlong player. So hope that you enjoy those games coming up soon. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy the games. In this match, we're going against Reiju. Okay, I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna keep this hand. I just want to attack. The draw is important, but I want to be able to just ramp and just drop my big bombs earlier than the opponent can drop their big bombs. So they get the Reiju here into the big Reiju already, and they get to draw a ton of cards. Cool. Yeah, we'll go like this. And we'll trash the Bepo. Might want to keep the blockers. Yeah, the opponent does their thing here. They counter out. Cool. We play the Shiki pass. So next turn will be at 6, and we can ramp up to 7, which then lets me play the Newgate very quickly. And then we'll have Newgate, and then we'll have Luffy, and we'll be chilling. They already found the Niji as well. So they get to go ahead and KO my character. So I guess we'll take this one and counter. And I guess we'll play... I don't want to play Uta. Next turn, I'll be completely honest. I guess it's going to be Douglas Bullet, right? We'll go like this. Play the Bullet, and again we'll be at 7, so next one will be a 9 for the Newgate. Opponent's gonna have to give me 2 cards here. They don't. We'll go here, pass the turn. Opponent could have the Ishiji, so they could have the Ishiji. The downside is that I don't have a lot of stuff, right? I don't want to counter this. Okay, well now I counter it. Are you gonna play the Ishiji? Because if he plays the Ishiji, I will counter with the Shiki. Yep. So they're gonna go for the Ishiji. They do their thing. They're gonna try to attack the Douglas Bullet, right? Ooh. I did forget about that. I did forget about that minus 2k, by the way. So that's so good from them. We'll go like this. And I guess we'll force a 2k out of their hand. I might have to get rid of the Shanks. I might have to actually just kill it. Yeah, I might have to just kill it. I don't think the Shanks is doing me a lot right now. I prefer to have the rush from the Luffy. So I think we're gonna go like this. I think I'm gonna get rid of the Shanks just so that I could guarantee to kill that Niji. And then see what happens. So they go ahead and rebuild the German Kingdom. So now they actually get to start getting all their stuff. They throw the Jonji down. So the funny thing about the Jonji though is that it just even if you have the little Jonji, you're still gonna get punished by this Luffy, right? You won't be able to block with it. No, they just got another Ichiji? Okay. I guess we'll give you the 2K here and we'll just take this one. Unless you want to play one of your little guys, like Reiju or something else. Yeah. Oh, okay. Perfect. So they go ahead and do the thing that I was talking about. The problem is that we just play Luffy and the opponent cannot actually block. Cool. Yeah, so we can also just play this Shanks. That kind of does the same thing. I might actually prefer to do the Shanks here. I might opt to do the Shanks. Keep the Luffy as a rusher. But the Luffy rusher lets me attack the Ichiji twice, right? It just means that the opponent won't trigger that Jonji, by the way. Like, the opponent would just not trigger. Ah, this is hard. This is really hard. Because this is the only time that it's going to make it so that the opponent cannot trigger a blocker. I think we go for it. I think we go for it this way. And again, we go here. And it just lets me put pressure into the opponent. And now we have this big 11k that's going to just, again, make it hard for the opponent to actually block with that Jonji. They go ahead and counter here. Okay. So then we go ahead and attack for 5. Remember, this can KO anything, right? So then we go here, and you still cannot block. Yeah, you still cannot block, so we killed your Jonji. You're gonna get the search here with the German Kingdom. You can go up to 11, so you can actually kill one of these, because I don't have any counters. But you don't know that I don't have any counters. They trash the judge, so that means they either have a second judge, or they're not planning to play the judge. They get the Ichiji, so they can go Ichiji and go -2. If they haven't, yeah, because they have it in their discard, so they can go -2. So Ichiji for 4 Dawn. They can go to 9. And this can go up to 8. So then you're hoping that I don't have any other counter. Interesting game. I don't have any counter, unfortunately, right? And the Radical Beam is a dead card in my hand because I'm playing these 10 drops. That's one of the things that makes me think maybe it's not a Radical Beam that needs to be here. Maybe it needs to be a... But the Radical Beam is so good in other situations with the White Beard. I don't know. I don't know. While the opponent thinks, I'm gonna finish my order here. Ooh, okay. They can kill me, right? So they can kill me here. If they go Ishiji, they can have 2 7k attacks. Maybe that's what they decided to do. Yeah, so we know that they'll... I need to get a 2k counter. We get it? So okay, so we're okay then, right? But then I'm losing next turn? No, because I can clear their board. So if the opponent plays it, I'm still okay. Yeah. So I can survive this. And I have the Douglas Bullet. And I have to clear their board. So we'll have 3 done left. So 3 done left. I don't know why I attacked for 7, by the way. I should have attacked for more. Okay, so I guess we'll go... Yeah, we'll just go 11 here. Opponent only has 7 done, so they cannot play the judge. Right? They cannot play the judge. They have to get rid of this blocker, so they can't just go all in on the Reiju. And we also have Radical Beam. There are 2 life. Ichiji is not enough. Because Ichiji is at least 4 done. So you can go to 8 and 7 attack. It's not enough. The Sora gives you a bunch of 2k counters. They probably have to play it just to get the Ichiji into the... I mean, the problem is that the opponent has a ton of cards. But we have enough done that we can just get through it, right? Like, these guys are so big. Yeah, so they're gonna go Ichiji, right? I wish I could save... Alright, so if we force them to go for the Ichiji, we know we have the Radical Beam. I wish I could save that Douglas Bullet. Yeah, so they go Ichiji. We know they have 2 Sora, so they have 4k counter value. And we just go like this. Do we ever go for the blocker play? The problem with this blocker is that it gets punished by the Niji. Opponent has 4k counter in hand. We can go 9, 10, 11. 11. It's not enough. I don't think we get there. I don't think we get there if we try to go for it. I'm just losing though. Like, I'm literally just losing because the opponent has... Opponent can play Sora into the Ichiji. Yeah, like, there's no way for me to win this. I needed to just go for it. I needed to just go for it and force the opponent to have the answers. Yeah, I forgot about Sora, right? Because the problem is that the Sora lets them get the Niji. Not only that, but they could also have Judge here, right? So they could also have a Judge here. I needed to just go for it. Yeah, they also have a second Ichiji anyways. Because I'm never beating the Ichijis or the Nijis, right? Either way, the opponent can beat this. Yeah, let's just give up. So how many counters did they have? 1, 2, 3. So they did have 1, 2, 3. So that's 11, 12, 13, right? They had 13 counter. So yeah, we were never beating them. We were never beating them. I actually think maybe if we had played that Shanks instead of that Luffy that one turn, we had a better chance. Because we ended up taking that damage from the Jonji when we didn't need to. And that could have been the difference maker. Not only that, but because it is a rush card, we would have been able to have 3 attacks in the following turn. So yeah, so that was our misplay. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Arlong. So the problem in this matchup is going to be the Hooded Jones, right? We don't have our big bumps. Now we do, right? So the opponent chose to go first. So I guess we'll go ahead and just... I'm going to just drop the Shiki. Just because I have nothing better to do here. Question is, do I wanna block this, right? Probably not, right? I think we just take this one. Let's just use this and we'll get the Uta. So okay, that's a good white beer, right? So alright, so if we play Uta here, next turn we'll be at 7. So we can play Douglas Bullet, and then after that we'll be at 9 for Newgate and go from there. So we just only need to ramp up one more time, right? So I think we go like this. Question is, which one am I kicking out? The problem with the Uta, I guess, is that it means that we'll have to ramp up more, right? We probably want to have this Guild Tesoro available. So we need to have this Guild Tesoro available to get cards back to my hand. Opponent has a lot of trigger cards that they could play. So this attack is a little bit awkward, but I feel like I need to be able to ramp up, so I need to attack. Yeah, here we go. There's the Brûlée. Cool. So we'll go here. I might have to use this Uta ability anyways. Even if it means that we're going to have to ramp up again next turn. Yeah, like if the opponent goes like this. Ooh. That's frustrating. Huh. That is very frustrating. Wow. Okay. It means I cannot... Yeah, I don't want to use this anymore. I don't want to use this anymore because of that. Wow, that is kind of annoying. That is very annoying. Because I cannot attack with her. Yeah, I guess we'll just ramp up to the Newgate and just call it a day. Can't even use the Uta without messing up my Newgate turn. Am I gonna have to just use her anyways? Especially because the opponent's gonna have all these attacks. Yeah, like I don't know how I survive this if I don't use her. If I don't, I guess we can go like this for now and just give the 1k and then just block this one with Uta. Yeah, we'll just go like this. And I guess it's gonna have to be Newgate, right? It's gonna have to be Newgate. It's gonna have to be Newgate and just attack into this Cracker. Opponent's gonna block with the Brûlée. Yep. Question is, do we attack with the Douglas Bullet? If we don't attack with the if we attack with the Douglas Bullet, then the opponent doesn't need to have. I think we just end the turn because the opponent's gonna be forced to commit a lot of Dawn to be able to get through that 7k here. Right? And I can just start countering for 1k at a time. I don't think I can play Shanks. Obviously, one of these has to be for 8, right? We take this one, because if the opponent attacks here, we can just block and go like this. Here's my problem. If I play Shanks, I just lose, because the opponent's going to have all these cards. If I play Luffy, it's the same thing as playing Shanks. No matter what, I'm kind of screwed. I guess I can go... I can get rid of the Shanks. So I can go like this. All right. So hear me out, hear me out. We need to keep one Dawn. And we can get rid of 3 units here. We can get rid of 3 units here. So we can go 9, 2. I guess we can go like 10. 10. 12. 11. Just want to make sure I really kill this, right? 12. I guess we can go 12, right? We can go 12, 12. So we'll go like this. Use the car action. Trash the Shanks. Get this down to -2. So that the Newgate can kill it. And we'll have a blocker and Radical Beamer. If the opponent has Hody Jones, we just lose the game. So if the opponent has Hody Jones, we just lose the game. Because they can get rid of the blocker and then have 3 attackers. Zoro? It's not a Hody Jones. Still forcing me to use all my counters. Well, I guess I can just block, right? Yeah, I can just block here and then just 2k. Alright. Opponent has... The problem is that the opponent has 3 life. We could kill the Tesoro. But then I have no Dawn open. So we can kill the Tesoro and kill this Tesoro, but I have no Dawn open and I only have a blocker. So I'm still in the same position where if the opponent has Hody Jones, I just lose the game, right? So we go here. Okay. I'm scared. If I attack with Newgate and the opponent gets a trigger, we just lose the game as well, right? So maybe we don't actually go ahead and do that. Maybe we just go like this. I don't want to give them the draw. I think we just go here. Again, I'm still losing to Hody Jones. So I'm still losing to the Hody Jones. But I'm willing to lose to that. I'm also just losing in general next turn, right? Like, what am I doing next turn? Because we gotta lose our blocker here. Yeah, opponent's just gonna just go all in. They make it so that Uta cannot attack. So we lose our blocker. We only have 3 attacks here. I guess we can go Shiki. See what we get first, right? I'm still in the same position. If I give them the draw, I'm gonna be very sad. I have to just give it to them, right? Yeah, I think I have to just give it to them. We can definitely get through the 2 life. I don't need to give them anymore. So we have 1 blocker, 1 radical beam, and a 2k. So we can go to 11. We can go to 11, so we can actually get there. Wait, what? So this is 11. Yeah, so we can get there, right? Because we can go here, and then we block. So the opponent has... I'm so scared that, like... Opponent has 5 cards. We can go 5, 10, 11, and 12. I guess instead of playing this Luffy, I can just go... Yeah, like I can go 10. 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, or 10, 12, 14. It's a 10, 12, 14. I think it's actually going to be 11. 11, 12, 13, 14. I think we go 11, we go 12, and we go 14, and just say that that's enough. So that's a 2k, 2k, 2k. Actually, I should have started with the Newgate. Yeah, if you have it, you have it. Yeah, I should have started with the Newgate. Because now, if I don't find a Shiki here, I just get punished. I'm so good at this game. I'm actually so good at this game. Yeah, so we go here. And we pass. Because, again, we don't want the trigger unit. If I started with the Newgate, it didn't have to just be Shiki. I could have had a Uta or any other blocker, right? Because I could have just put 1 Dawn. I could have just put 1 Dawn on the Newgate, attack for 11. And if the opponent took it, then we could have gone for the other stuff, right? And they did have the trigger here, right? So they did have the trigger unit, which is, again, what I was worried about. And why I didn't attack their life. Wow. Okay. I didn't expect that to work. This killing the Zoro was actually kind of crazy, right? Yeah, that killing the Zoro was very nuts. A lot. It gave me so much freedom. Let's go for 6. And we'll trash this Buena Fiesta, I guess. I guess it doesn't matter. Let's trash the Shiki. If I'm the opponent, I mean, you have to be careful. Honestly, I shouldn't have won that last game, right? Like, again, if the opponent have found, like, their stuff... Okay, so next one will be a 6, which is definitely going to be Douglas Bullet. What if we just go and stack up? No, I think I probably want to keep the Guild Tesoro. Because we might want to get these cards that we're sending back to our hand, right? I got very lucky. Like, if the opponent had found Hody Jones at any point in that game, we would have been screwed. So they go like this. We'll take this. So we know we're going to go probably Douglas Bullet this turn. So I think we can go ahead and send one of these back. Yeah, we'll go ahead and, I guess, send... Do we send the second bullet back? I don't know that I need more than than one Douglas Bullet. I think we'll play 1. Well, we're at 7 here, so next time we're probably gonna go Guild Tesoro. Get our stuff back to our hand. Okay. I'm surprised the opponent didn't take that life, by the way, considering that they could have had a trigger here, and he also would have enabled their Cracker to be in a decent spot. Okay, so perfect. So we go Newgate next turn. Yeah, so we can go Newgate next turn, and then Shanks and start doing our thing. I guess we might as well just pop it out, to be honest. Opponent should always be blocking with this Brûlée, right? Because you know that this Newgate can kill her next turn. Okay, no trigger. That's good for us. So the opponent decided to say that the Brûlée doesn't matter. We have a second Shanks. This gives them... If the opponent gets the... This gives them a life back, right? So this is annoying to deal with. Like, very annoying to deal with. Might have to just kill the Crackers. Ooh. Actually, I kept the Guild Tesoro, by the way. That was a mistake. I needed a Guild Tesoro in my hand. Yeah, that was such a mistake. Wow. Wow. I needed a Guild Tesoro in my hand. Okay, well, I guess we get Shiki, because I'm not going to be playing this next turn, right? I guess we can just play double Shiki now. So, we know we're going to go here. And I guess we'll just go double Shiki then. So double Shiki is 4 done. So we can go 5. Okay. And we'll go 7. Yeah, if we kept the Guild Tesoro, we could have played Guild Tesoro here and had an extra unit to attack with. Yep. So I'm still at the mercy again of Hody Jones. I think at this point opponent's at 1 life. So because the opponent's at 1 life, I'm just gonna go for lethal, right? I'm not trying to play Shanks. Yeah, this is the Hody Jones, right? Opponent goes to 0. They still have to attack me. This gets another power. We still have 1 blocker and we have 4 2k counters. That's what I expected, right? I expected the opponent to go for it this way. Okay. What am I missing here? They don't even get value from this? What am I missing here? Why is the opponent attacking like this? We're going for it, right? We're absolutely going for it. Yeah, we just go for lethal next turn, right? So I don't think it matters taking that damage. Yeah, we'll block this one for free. Oh, yeah, I mean, again. We know we're going for it, right? So that's why I didn't care. Yeah, because we just attack everything with the Newgate and just win there. Opponent was trying to see if I was actually going to block. So the reason why blocking there and letting them attack with Horigons was correct is because he baited them into going all out, right? I guess it didn't matter because if opponent knows they cannot play Brulette because of the Newgate. So, like, the moment that I drew the last 2k counter, it was fine because this can only get to 11. It didn't even have to be a 2k counter. It could have been a 1k counter because I could have gone to 12, right? We had three 2k counters in our hand. If this last card was a 1k or a 2k, it was okay, right? So the moment that I saw that this was a 2k and I knew that I could survive this 11k attack, it meant that I can just block this 5k and just be able to go up to 12 or 13 in this case and be able to block the Horigons, right? I was trying to see what the opponent was trying to do with this Horigons attack. But it wasn't anything, so GG's. Hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed those games of Uta, right? The first game, unfortunately, the very first game that I showcased for you all was that Reiju game. And even though it was a loss, I wanted to showcase it because I think that was us messing up, right? I think if we had played that Shanks that one turn instead of playing the Luffy, we would have been in a much better position than what happened there in that situation, right? We could have attacked with the Newgate into the ECG, and the opponent would have to give me 2k counters or the block. They probably would have given me the block, and then we play Shanks and kill the ECG anyways, and it still push 5 damage into the opponent's leader. So that would have allowed me to then have this Shanks and the Newgate, and anytime after that we could have played this Luffy, knowing that he has rush, to potentially have had lethal, because we had a 10k attack, a 12k attack, and then an 11k attack to kind of go through the opponent's board. But it was a very close game, so I kind of wanted to show it because it kind of showcased some of the power of this deck, and then we got to see really how we shine against the Arlong deck. Just able to kind of survive, hide behind my blockers, and just have these big bodies just attacking into the opponent to kind of finish the game. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the games today. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. We're gonna continue tomorrow with more Uta gameplay. So if you're interested in that, make sure to check that out tomorrow. Enjoy your day.